It's a little after 5 in the morning at a grass airfield in Kent that used to send fighter planes towards occupied France. In this series, I'm flying clockwise around the British Isles, telling the story of the places we pass. This is leg 1, and it ends at the exact spot where one July morning in 1940, the Battle of Britain began. And it perhaps isn't where you think. We're flying a Hurricane Mark 1 today, and this paint scheme belonged to Ginger Lacey, a Yorkshire sergeant pilot who flew from Gravesend, 20 miles north of here. He's usually credited with 18 victories in the Battle of Britain, its second highest scorer, and one of them was the bomber that hit Buckingham Palace. This airfield fought too. In the war, it was called RAF Lashenden, named after the wrong village deliberately to confuse the enemy. Canadian Spitfires flew from this grass, then American Mustangs, covering the run-up to D-Day. From here, the coast is 8 minutes away. That straight line you can see running away into the distance is the Royal Military Canal, all 28 miles of it. It was dug between 1804 to 1809 with the aim of stopping Napoleon. It was, as one critic put it, a 30-foot ditch against an army that had crossed the Rhine. And whilst it's lovely to enjoy today, militarily it was obsolete before it was finished. And just beyond the canal is its opposite, the Channel Tunnel Terminal. 2 centuries ago, we were digging to keep the continent out, but in 1994, we finished digging the other way. On the cliff top of Capel-le-Ferne is the National Memorial to the Few. An airman seated at the hub of a propeller set into the ground, designed to be seen from exactly where we are. His flying jacket hides his rank and his nationality on purpose. Nearly 3,000 names are on the wall beside him, and parked next to him, a Spitfire and a Hurricane, which raises the obvious question about this aeroplane. In 1940, Britain had nearly twice as many Hurricanes as Spitfires, and they took around 60% of the confirmed kills. The workhorse that was there in numbers, while the Spitfire took the glamour. Which mattered more is still argued about 86 years on. They called this Hellfire Corner. For 4 years, German guns around Cap Gris-Nez, on the French cliff tops you can see from here, could put a shell into this town with about a minute's warning. Dover had its own shell warning, separate from the air raid sirens, and many of its people slept in the caves and tunnels in the chalk. Some of the worst of their shelling came in the war's final weeks, with the German gunners emptying their magazines as the Canadians closed in. chalk, the compressed remains of countless microscopic sea creatures. The wall that England shows to Europe is a 90 million year old seabed, stood on end, rising over 300 feet. For the war generations, these cliffs were the last sight of home on their way out, and the first on the way back. Which is why a song about bluebirds that don't even live here could carry so much weight. In the First World War, this was the way to the front. Nearly 10 million soldiers came through here, most of them marching down the hill now called the Road of Remembrance. Amazingly, not one of them was lost crossing the channel. What waited on the other side is another matter. Ahead, the land runs out into Dungeness, one of the largest shingle expanses in Europe, a desert of stones that the sea keeps building. The town of Lydd gave its name to Lyddite, the Army's first great high explosive, born on the ranges beside us in the 1880s. And the airfield we're landing at opened in 1954 as Ferryfield, the first airport Britain built after the war, designed to fly cars, not just people, across to France. So, near where it began, on the 10th of July 1940, out in that water we've just crossed, between Dover and Dungeness, off the coast of Folkestone, German bombers attacked a British convoy, CW3, codenamed Bread. The RAF met them, and 100 aircraft turned the sky into the opening day of the Battle of Britain. It really started here, 86 years ago this month, off a quiet shingle shore, 10 weeks before the battle reached its climax and turning point. Leg 2 picks up where these wheels stopped. Out of Lydd, across Romney Marsh to Rye, a medieval port the sea walked away from, and now stranded 2 miles inland, and then on towards the Solent. Before then, a question for anyone who knows this coast. What did I fly past today that deserved a mention and didn't get one? The comments are open and I do read them. If slow flights and true stories are your sort of thing, subscribe. The rest of Britain is roughly 10,950 miles that way.